story if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition, ain't all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be...
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the...
This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, a multiple-time Pro Bowler. It's, of course, Eli Manning.
I still remember a scouting report that a former Giants GM had on Eli Manning coming out of Mississippi. He simply said he has it. And we always talk about the it factor, which means they're going to play large.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Manning to Barkley on the draw play. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Set, ready, 30 base.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. He'll have a first down past the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Sims, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. On fourth down, Lane. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first and 10, Lane. He completes it to Tate. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate?
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 53 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lane. He's got his man. This is Tate. That throw good for 4. It's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On third down, Sanders. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score
These two teams all tied after one. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Ready? 8, read.
is now 2nd and 6. At the 32-yard line.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Switch!
From the gun, Lane. And he's got his target. That's more. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two, you got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This is caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 1 yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Lions have taken the lead. A try here for the extra point.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Madden going to hand it off to Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. So the Giants send out their punter now. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. On the return, it's Tate. Gets past one man. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. This quarterback now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lane over the middle, complete to Tate. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They come out here in the I.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
Hey! You got four down.
Operating from the gun. Lane. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. From midfield, here's Manning. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
You know as well as I do, it's really important to get Odell Beckham Jr. involved early. And that's the first time that Eli Manning was able to find him, and we're in the second half.
You think he and Eli maybe had some words on the sideline? Hey, let's get on the same page?
Without a doubt, because they know that kick starts their team. That gets them going. And now they have to do it again and again as we go down the stretch.
Now on 2nd and 13. Manning. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The protection up front, very good on that play. Had all night to throw the football, even though he was unsuccessful.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. after a good start to the drive. Right back to Sanders on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On second down now, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, they run with Sims. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Another run with Sanders, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, Sanders. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Back to throw. Lane, complete. It's Johnson. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Leo!
2nd and 2. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Sanders. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To throw is Manning. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And right now, they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Lane. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away and trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Manning and the Giants down by 2 touchdowns. 1:52 to play. Their Super Bowl hopes hanging by a thread as they come up on 1st down. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. And he's got his man on the out route. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Manning.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Manning. Pressure applied, and he's going to be 33-yard line. Throwing on 3rd and long. Manning, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Manning indeed going for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim to none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Another run here with Sanders. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 3rd down, Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Walk time. Tight end. Shoot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Johnson's got it complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. This quarterback now still just the one incompletion. 16 of 17. It's first down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 3-score game late, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game.